So Pax Dei Preview Week is happening. It's not actually a week, it's about 5 days. And I'm going to give you all the information you need, including, if you know me, how to get involved with our community. But before we get started, you're probably wondering, what the hell is this setup and where the hell am I? Well, let me tell you. So for absolutely years at this point, I've been talking about van life and van life gaming and getting in a van. And we've been through an absolute nightmare to get here. Some of you guys will know I've been talking about it a lot on stream. But yeah, here we are. We're in the van. This is our 3rd day, so it's still very new. This is our settling in week. It's our shakedown. And so far, so good. There's a few things I'd probably change already, but here we are. We'll fix them as we go. But yeah, over the next few weeks, you'll probably see the odd streams here or there. It won't be as regular as normal, given the fact that we're in a van relying on Starlink and 5G. And yeah, I mean, here we are. We're in the van. I'm hoping it'll be fun content for you guys to take a look at. There's a lot of things I want to talk about: how we're getting the power, how much power is the PC taking, how much solar we're getting, all these kind of things that have been an absolute fascinating to me, actually. And then, of course, how we're doing it with the kids and the family. But anyway, here's a quick look at the van before we get into Pax Day. So for the next 5 days, basically starting tomorrow, we're recording this on the 6th, it starts on the 7th, we have 5 days of like a preview week for Pax Day. And they've invited loads of communities, different creators, and it's kind of, Alpha was really kind of the preview for me. Maybe they've kind of refined a few things. Obviously, there's a few concerns that I initially have off the bat, but I'm super excited to give this a go. They've called it, the Pax Day Preview Week. Galia's Grand Gathering. So I think they're just bringing as many people to the table as we can to get involved with stuff. Now, as you can see here, they've got the highlight of the event is the Villa Extravaganza Challenge, where creators and their clanmates will compete to build the best-looking village, castle, or countryside house. I've had some interesting suggestions already on what we should build. But yeah, this is kind of just bit of information about the event. On the 11th of June, Annie and I don't know exactly how this is going to be working yet, but we're going to be looking at the Villa Extravaganza, and we'll be having an interview of the dev team as well. So if you've got any questions that you want me to ask them, drop them in the comments or DM me on Discord. I'll make sure I get some nice questions in there. But this is kind of what's going on. So there's a list of challenges. So explore Pax Day and hunt some specific creatures. Gather a list of resources scattered around Galia. Now, these things are kind of pretty simple, like, killing mobs and gathering resources. It is what it is. But I think this is like a big introduction to Pax Day for those who haven't played it yet. Now, a lot of us have played it a lot by now, all the different alphas and whatnot. So this is kind of an introduction, probably getting people to explore the environment, explore the area. Now, this one's a bit nerve-wracking. Now, for you guys who saw me on the previous alpha or who played it with me, you will know that gearing up for combat and getting to the PvP zone was not easy. The fact that this is a challenge within this makes me think that they may have adjusted the rates and the values of stuff, but we'll wait to see over the next week. So quite interested to see how this goes, but also the fact that it's part of the challenge means that there'll be other communities in there. Now, when we went across last time, it was basically us on the EU Alpha that went to the event. There wasn't many other people there. So yeah, we're going to get involved in this. This should be interesting. And then finally, it's just like the big building. Now, obviously, the first alpha we did together was amazing. We built like our own Kattegat from Vikings. Bloody awesome. Really, really well done to all the guys who built me them. But yeah, this is the events that's going on. So if you guys are interested in join our Discord. The link's down below, and you'll see an announcement on the gaming section. So make sure you select the gaming role and join it. Obviously, I'm prioritizing my core community first, and then if we've got any extra keys, and I'll do my best to get you guys in to come and join us. We'll have a rough plan where we're building, where we're spawning, what we're trying to build. We'll just have some fun, basically. And then here's all the other streamers as well. So English speaking, we've got Annie, Asmongold, Code Carnage, Sacriel, Rachel, me, Dalakard, Divi, Maxim. You know, here's the list of people. So I'm assuming there'll be an EU and an NA side. Let's show them how it's done. I really hope that they've had a little look at the PvP side, the combat side, since we last played. And yeah, obviously this is the preview week before the early access. Now I did see on their Discord that they've just put out an FAQ right now about the early access stuff. So let's have a quick look at that. So here's the early access questions. Now I think a lot of this is going around the business model. We had a quick look at that today on stream. I do think there'll be a bit of kickback on the amount of plots you get, because as you guys may or may not know, the more plots you have, the more space you have. The more space you have, the more the resources you can refine, and some of the resources take quite a lot of time to refine. So the more refining stations you have, the quicker that process can be. And obviously if you're a group of 30, 40 people, all with 4 plots each, you will have a substantially larger plot of land that you can claim compared to other clans. So that was getting a little bit of kickback already. But TLDR, they're talking about the business model here. And what they're saying is, after early access, it has not been defined yet. We want to use our time in early access to see how players engage with the game and hear from the community before we lock in the model and decide the parameters like prices, durations, quantities, etc. Obviously, for the highest founder pack, it is quite expensive. It was upwards of £80. Now, they have stated here the business model at launch will likely be this. So a one-off purchase, given access to the game, and 1 or more plots for an initial period of time. After that period of time is gone, you will need to pay a subscription fee. Will then be required for ongoing game access, which will scale depending on the number of plots a player wants to maintain in game. Indeed, the plots have a high impact on operation costs, and as such, they determine the factor fee amount. Now, this is an interesting one. For me personally, when I hear that I've bought the game and you want a sub fee, and the main reason you want the sub fee is to maintain my plots, I am a little bit turned off by it. I think for me, if you just said, look, it's a £10 a month sub fee, I think people would kind of be okay with it. Like the subscription model, you know, in my eyes, is making a little bit of a comeback, and it's like it's okay. Take the monthly money, just don't make it pay to win, right? There's everywhere nowadays is sneaking in like this, a little bit of pay to win here, a little bit of pay to win there, and it definitely rubs off the wrong way to a lot of us older gamers. So it's an interesting model. I really wish them the best of it. I'm very, very interested to see how it goes. I think if they have just gone for a flat sub fee rather than if you want your plot to live, then you have to pay, which is basically the same thing. It's just, I guess, marketed differently. And I guess for someone who has really enjoyed PAX and enjoyed creating content on it, the more people that play it as like New World, the more potential people I get to meet, and then that helps me personally. So for me, it would be nice if they were just like a positive sub model rather than pay this or you lose this kind of scenario. Anyway, that was kind of a little bit of feedback from a lot of people that I spoke to, but that's kind of how the business model's starting on early access. And then they went on to basically just go through a little bit of an FAQ, like if you didn't receive your key, this is what you need to do for it. What is the Galleon Gargoyle bonus? Blah 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 blah. If you bought the game Pax Day Launcher, the recipe is automatically added to your account. If you bought through Steam, you must link your Pax Day to your Steam. So it's just kind of letting people know how they get their founder's role, their recipes, their cosmetics and that sort of stuff. So nothing much here, but yeah, early access is coming. It's coming sooner than I thought it was going to come. Yep, that's what she said. I got this such annoying cough that when I laugh, it just activates. So frustrating. Anyway, yeah, that's just a quick look into PAX Day. So yeah, obviously I'll be playing it tomorrow. The video should hopefully be live tonight. As always, if you're still subbed, thank you for being patient while I've been AFK sorting out the van. We do have the Vanlife gaming channel. We've called it Overland Gaming because the idea really is we're going to try and get off-road, find some places that are quite unique. It's not much in the UK, so we might have to start travelling abroad soon. But until then, I'll drop the odd video on the Overland Gaming channel. So if you want to take a look at that, there's a link down below. And as always, man, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and see you on Discord, see you in Pax Dei, or I'll see you on the next stream.